What's up, Woodford? We're out here at Wildside Winery. Today we are joined with, Cory is so excited for this field trip today, obviously. COVID, he hadn't been out of the house in a while. We're taking him out on a field trip. He's just excited.
I gotta take it down. I'm at 11 right now. I need to go down to a solid 7, I think.
Does Katie tell you that at home a lot? Or do you get that question?
Oh, all the time. All the time. Well, maybe towards the beginning. Now it's just, she'll just ignore me.
Yeah.
Turning into like
therapy for Cory. Anyway, we are here with the beautiful Miss Alicia Holt, owner of Wildside Winery. Alicia has, of course, you guys have seen a lot of the wines we've been featuring for months now on What's Up Woodford. Yes, the beautiful shirts, new swag you can see down at the bottom of the table. All this is available right out of here at Troy Pike. So just 5 miles south of the courthouse. You cannot beat it. It is beautiful countryside. You feel like you've gone on a destination, but yet you are accessible to everywhere. So anyway, Alicia, we wanted to talk about some of your wines, and we have been saying for the longest time, Cory and I are amateurs here. We do not know how to do wine tasting. We just know what tastes good, and and we like volume. It's just those are the things we know. So you have an awesome story though in our first wine you're going to feature today that's called Opa, and it has a cool story. You want to tell us about it?
Yes, absolutely. So Opa's Cabernet Sauvignon. We had at one point about 8 barrels of Cabernet that was ready to be bottled in-house. And so what we decided was that we were going to take the 3 best tasting barrels, we were going to put it in a bottle, and we were going to dedicate it to Clint's dad, who is a grandpa. Opa is German for grandpa, and so that's what his grandkids, including Axel, who's new to the world, will call him when he gets a little older. So
you talk.
Yes, so we were very excited to name it Opa's. We gave it a Pappy style label. He was super cooperative and did the nice photo shoot for us so we could put his photo on the label. It was really exciting. So this is absolutely top of the line Cabernet Sauvignon. Created and bottled right here in Woodford County, but of course we do buy our Cabernet Sauvignon grapes out of Lodi, California. So they are the best of the best in terms of flavor.
That's awesome. You also mentioned that, in the search for the perfect mix, the blends of the barrels you're choosing from, you found a really cool barrel story from even the owners previous to you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what's cool about Wildside is that every single barrel that Neil, the previous owner, ever purchased, and the barrels that we have purchased, they're all here in house. So they're all still here. That we're doing things with them. And so out of the barrels that we chose, one of the top 3 was barrel number 4. So it was literally the 4th barrel to ever be here, and it was one of the top 3 in our choosing. So it was really exciting to include that.
They're still producing stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Kentucky bourbon barrels mean business. They are good.
Well, now these aren't bourbon barrels.
They're not. Okay.
These are wine barrels.
Oh, okay. What's the difference?
They are out of Kentucky, so.
Yeah, we're making stuff up, Cory. This is why we need Alicia to fact check us.
So this is not a bourbon barrel. This is a wine barrel. So they're different in not in shape, but in size. So they are a little bigger around. They're also shorter. So these are bourbon barrels, and these are wine barrels. Oh. So the only thing, so our bourbon berry that you guys talked about before, that is actually aged in a bourbon barrel. So if it doesn't say bourbon berry, or if it doesn't say the word bourbon, then it was actually aged in a proper wine barrel that comes out of a cooperage over in Louisville.
So what notes or flavors? Obviously, you get the bourbon notes if you do it in a bourbon barrel. Mm-hmm. What is it? Just kind of is it still the same charred oak in a wine barrel?
It's going to be a lightly charred on the inside of our barrels. The flavors that you're going to pick up, like the Opas, it tells you that at the end you're going to get a warm spice and a vanilla. That's definitely from the barrels that they were in.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about barrels is you can go buy, say, 5 barrels and put wine in all of them, and the notes that they'll pull are going to be different depending on the grape variety, depending on how long you leave it in there, exactly what that barrel is. So you may get 5 new wine barrels and put Cabernet Sauvignon in all of them, but when you pull them out, they're each going to taste a little different. So I told you we tasted 8 different Cab Savs. and picked the top 3. Well, each of those 8 tasted a little bit different. So when you combine those 3, you literally get the best of the best. It's going to be a unique flavor. And the cool thing about bottling small batch like this, we may never get this exact taste again. So if you get it, if you taste it and you like it, we would recommend you go home with a case of it. So.
That's right. That's right. And she's not even trying to upsell you. That's just real.
That's just the truth, right?
Is that vanilla at the end? Is that what that is? That is interesting.
Isn't it neat?
So smooth.
Yes, it's very, very good.
It still has that. I don't know. Here we go. And we'll talk a little bit about this later in the month. But I'm getting hints of like on the back side. I feel like it's more the vanilla. But then, like I don't know, man. It's hard. I don't know how to taste wine. It tastes good. I mean, it's smooth. I like that it's dry. But it doesn't. But for me, it doesn't. I mean, when I say dry, it's like. I mean, what it like.
Dry just means that it's not sweet. I mean, it's really that.
Sweet, though. Is it the raspberry and the plum?
You may be getting some raspberry, some plum. A lot of times you can get chocolate notes. People notice that a lot more with our ports that are aged in barrels.
Yes.
But so saying that it's dry simply means that we did not add sugar to it.
Okay.
So any sweetness that is there is a true pickup of a flavor out of the grape or the barrel or something like that.
I mean,
I love that.
That is beautifully smooth, and it is delicious.
What does OPA go well with? You're having people over. You have no idea about wine like us. You're trying to fix them some dinner or appetizer.
So I personally am a dry red wine fan. I can drink it any time, but if you're trying to pair it well, you're going to want to put it with a good beef or a.
It says steak on there, which is what my mind.
Yes.
Like when I tasted it, I could immediately feel like, oh man, like some steak, some mashed potatoes. This would be amazing. Like, I felt just cozy just talking about it.
You also could do like a chicken cordon bleu because it has that yummy sauce on it, and so the rich warmth is going to pair really well with the dryness of the OPAs.
Oh, I love it. So, what is did
OPA?
OPA?
After the fact, definitely now. I'm starting to like really try to pay attention to it.
Did OPA have? Is he a wine taster? Did he help you guys with the selection?
Yes. He didn't help us with the selection. We actually surprised him with this idea. Like once we figured it all out.
That's
awesome. But no, he is a dry red drinker all day long.
See, that's one thing you need to teach me. I'm a wine drinker, not a wine taster. So see, I need to. I don't know why I'm holding the mic like this. I need to, hello. Yeah. God, why did I do that? I always do that. So he's a fan. He's not only on the bottle, but he's a fan.
Correct. He is also a fan. So he does love the dry reds. It's a lot of fun to bring him in and let him taste the things that we're making and the new things we're creating. He really enjoys the wine tasting portion of this, obviously. So.
Oh, and he is good times too. I met him out here at an event, and he's good people.
Yeah.
So,
Bouncer out there.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
Well, who's the little pup out there?
Paco.
Ooh,
So.
See, Paco's even like you gotta talk to Paco.
That's right. So if you did come out for a summer concert this year, you definitely met Tom at the gate.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Awesome. This is delicious, Alicia. You guys did a fabulous job. How long has OPA been on the market?
OPA's is not officially on the market yet.
Oh,
so,
exclusive.
We will, first week of the month, this is our wine club month, so we will release it first to our wine club in the first few days of the month. So definitely incentive to join the wine club so you get first shot at these things, and then soon after we'll release it to the rest of the market. So.
Tell them again, I was pushing wine club over, especially the holidays. I just thought it was a great gift for somebody, but even for your own self, what does it mean to be a part of the wine club?
So to be a wine club member, basically what you're committing to us is that you're committing, basically you're going to buy a case of wine this year. So every quarter we will select 3 bottles of wine that we want you to taste. And if we have something new, you're going to get first rights to that. So you're going to get to come in and pick it up and taste it before everybody else, which is really exciting. Yeah. So you get your full case of wine every year. In addition to that, you get a free light flight or a glass of wine every month. You just come in and say, hey, I'm with Wine Club, and they'll hook you up with that. And you also get 20% off any additional wine purchase all year long. So the best discount that we offer to anybody, we do all the time offer a 15% off any case purchase. But the best discount you can ever get here is that wine club discount. So if you're a wine drinker, it makes sense to be a member.
Yeah, a case is honestly not many at all.
Can you get this?
It's same actually, not yet.
Well, and you mentioned this earlier about this, but we did this, obviously we did this last week, but the story that I told about the bottle, was that pretty accurate or was I way off base?
Yeah, it was pretty accurate.
Okay.
So.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah. Well,
Ish.
this, oh gosh, yeah. So all of these are amazing, but But yeah, that was really good. That's really
Well,
good.
and Bourbonberry is really a great representation of how we have fun out here. You know, so one day I'm just having a conversation with somebody who was really excited about a new wine. And so I told them to make sure they follow us on social media because, hey, you never know what we're going to come up with. You know, I'm thinking next we should have like a Bourbonberry. And they were like, what's that? I don't know what that is. But you know what? We'll figure it out. And so this was, and, you know, not long after that, those bottles arrived and we said, okay. So here we are. There's our
When a
Bourbonberry.
creative mind meets an engineer and they own a winery, this is what you get. I love it. Well, stay tuned because all of this month we are going to have Alicia here with us and we are going to do more tasting and showcase more new wines for you. Here it is. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.